What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is your boy Yarn Craig, and today I'm looking at WNBA basketball, looking at this Atlanta Dream team. Go ahead, like and subscribe to the channel, please. So, in their last 10 games, the Atlanta Dream are 3-7. They dropped four straight. Bad timing, right as we're looking at heading to the middle of the season, right before the All Star break, guys. This team is really starting to kind of fall off of a cliff right now. And it wouldn't be such a bad thing, of course, if this was, within the first, 6, 7, 8 games within the season. But around this time, a lot of teams are really starting to kind of figure out who they are. And their last four losses really stand out to me because they're all significant teams in the WNBA right now. The Connecticut Sun, they lost by double digits. The Seattle Storm, they lost to them by double digits. The Chicago Sky, they lost in a very close overtime game, but the Chicago Sky did not have Candace Parker. And then last but not, well, in this case, probably the least out of all of these teams, the Phoenix Mercury, they have a losing record, and the Atlanta Dream lost a very tight game, lost by 2 points. But it was a game that they probably should have won if they would have produced just a little bit better on the offensive end, guys. So I've ragged on this Atlanta Dream team before, and it's like I do like this team. I'm not trying to rag on them, so maybe that's even the wrong word. But when I watch this team play, the offensive creativity that exists on this team is just not strong enough for them to really be a good team in the WNBA. Like they'll be decent. They'll be middle of the pack as they are. Top rated defense in the whole WNBA, but they have the worst rate. They're the worst rated offense in the WNBA by far. They're bottom two in scoring, and they're bottom two, and I think they're dead last in assists. Actually, not bottom two. I think they're dead, just straight dead last in assists. And it's like that means that people are not scoring off of passes, and they're just not simply scoring enough. So when I look at this team, it's like Ryan Howard is ready. You have an offensive dynamo, but even still being that, even still with that being the case, she's still a rookie. She still has to grow, and you need to have a good foundation and good ground for her to grow with. She's not particularly a great playmaker right now. She's okay, but she's not great. But the problem is that this team does not really have any other playmakers. Christy Wallace is the other wing player. She's not a playmaker or a scorer. Erica Wheeler is not really a playmaker or a scorer. No, she's solid. I will take that back. She's solid, but I'm not going to lie. I mean, she's a vet, and she's solid in what she does. She knows how to push the pace when need be. But I'm not 100% sure she's a starting point guard at this point. Honestly, I look at Ari McDonald, the 2 year guard that's really stepped up in her absence since she's been injured. And I like the way that she's running the team. She needs some more experience, but this is one of those things where it's like, hey, we may have to just go through the growing pains. The Atlanta Dream, I'm not expecting them to go to being the championship contending team from last year, not making the playoffs at all. They obviously still have some ways to go, but that's why we're looking at this now, so we can see what exactly they need to do. After Ari McDonald is like, I look at the other players on this team, the other starters. Let me see, Cheyenne Parker, the starting center. Now in this case, I think she's a starting caliber WNBA big. I don't have any qualms with her. She plays both ends of the floor. She can knock down the jumper. She can go in the post. She plays solid defense down there on the block. I like her as a starting center. Nia Coffey, I like her energy as, just that intangibles player. I feel like she's an intangibles player that any team needs, but this team needs offense. This team needs offense and scoring and playmaking, and somebody take somebody off the dribble and kick it out. Somebody knock down the open three. The Atlanta Dream, they're not creative enough offensively, I feel like right now, to really be a threat. They're certainly not looking like the team they were in the first couple weeks of the season, where they sat as a top 5 team or top 3 or 4 team, and now they're literally 7th, but they're still sliding. For the first time at 7 and 8 now, they're under 500 for the season. So you guys tell me what you think. Do you think that Atlanta Dream can turn this around? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs this season? Or do you think that they're still building and there's a chance they slip out and miss? Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.